morning and happy Monday to you. My name is LaShonda Brown and welcome to Biz Advice Live. I teach service providers how to work less and live more by leveraging tech and YouTube. And at the end of every month, I take a look back and see what worked, what didn't work, and really get honest with you about what it looks like to grow an online business in 2024. So I have named this live stream, I'm trashing my business model. And that's not clickbait. It's something that I arrived at after some soul searching over the weekend and really just looking at the numbers and thinking about building the business that I want to work for. And so I'm going to share the numbers, but I also want to share why I'm making this shift in my business and really talk to you about how you could possibly implement this on your own. So first and foremost, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping and then we will hop into today's topic. I really like to recognize my community on my live events. So whether it is a live stream on the channel, a workshop, or a group coaching call, I just want you all to know that I value you and I'm super grateful for you. If you are brand new to my community, it may be because you're a part of the YouTube challenge. So this month I'm doing something completely different and I already know that I'm going to bring this back because it went so freaking well. I am going to be helping 35 plus business owners to start their YouTube channel in a week. Our kickoff call is at 7 p.m. tonight. Typically I teach at 1 p.m. during the week, but I know a lot of the people that follow me tend to work a 9 to 5. So for this challenge, I decided I'm going to schedule everything for the evening so more people can attend live. We're going to start with a really fun kickoff call today, and then we will do sessions 1, 2, and 3, Tuesday through Thursday. And on Friday, we're going to have a celebration call to celebrate the work that we did. So on the front end and the back end of the challenge, we're going to be utilizing a tool called Butter, which is an alternative to Zoom, which I love. And then in between, we'll be using StreamYard like what you're seeing right now. So all of my Bootstrap creators have access to this challenge, and some of them had not started their channel yet. So just a little piece of advice: when you are starting something new in your business and you happen to have a community, you can leverage that community to try to help build some momentum. So essentially what I said was, if you are a Bootstrap creator, which is my $50 a month membership, you have access to this challenge absolutely free. I just need to know if you want to participate. That way I could create a separate segment in Flowdesk and I would not be spamming my entire list with all the challenge emails. So I did have some Bootstrap creators carry over into the challenge, but to be completely honest with you, it's about half and half. I have a lot of new people to my community who wanted to be a part of this challenge. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. At the end of the challenge, I'm going to say, hey, this month you are an honorary member of the Bootstrap creators. If you want to stay in touch, I would encourage you to go ahead and sign up. And I think I may throw in a bonus for those who sign up before our Monday live stream. So that's just kind of a behind the scenes of how I'm doing that challenge. I will be creating a Flowdesk video today to reverse engineer the sign up process because I did modify things along the way that I think added so much more clarity and made things super simple for me. So if you are an entrepreneur without a website, you can actually do this strategy just using Flowdesk and Stripe. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I will film the video today, pass it along to the team to edit. And when that's done, it'll get posted on the channel. So for those of you who are data girlies, I'm going to share some of my numbers from May, but I also want to let you know that you can start using StreamYard for free, absolutely free today by using my link, lashondabrown.com/StreamYard. I will tell you that when you demo a tool and then tell people if you enjoy what you are experiencing, sign up for a free trial using my link, it converts really well. So I was taking a look at my affiliate income and I saw that I'm not up to 4 figures a month, but I'm up to 3 figures a month in StreamYard affiliate income. I do not push it very hard. I just simply remind people when I'm live streaming what I'm using to do this. So if you are using live streaming as part of your strategy, whether you want to be a hardcore affiliate marketer or not, just remind people quite simply, if you enjoy this, use my link, and over time, you will start to see your affiliate income grow. And StreamYard is fantastic because they do recurring income. So for every month that a referral pays their monthly subscription, I generate passive income, and it's legitimately passive. So feel free to implement that on your own. I just use a banner in the back end of StreamYard to pop it up just like you see here. Don't forget to ask for engagement when you go live, okay? Your live streams can have the power to get pushed out in the algorithm if you do the work to push engagement. What I have been finding that works really well is a simple banner like this. Help this video get seen by giving it a like if you like it, and then also engaging with your live viewers by asking them to comment a specific word. In a past live stream, I asked them, if you want me to make a tutorial about how I create clips for my Instagram stories, just put the word clips in the comments. Live viewers did it. Replay viewers did it, and then that live stream started to trend in the algorithm, and I could see that on the back end. So you can simply ask people to like your video, but you can also give them a word to comment, and that seems to be helpful as well. So again, if you like this video while you're watching it, whether you're watching it live or watching the replay, make sure that you like it to help the video get seen. And the last thing I will say is, and this is going to make a lot more sense later in the broadcast today, but I would encourage you, if you are not a part of my community, get started for free by joining the Bootstrap Club. The Bootstrap Club is the name of my email list, and I send out mindful marketing tips on Monday and Thursday to help you to work less and live more in very practical ways. I'm sharing tech tools I'm using, I'm sharing strategies I'm implementing, and a lot of that honest portrayal of what it looks like to do what I'm doing gets communicated via email because I don't feel like putting it out for public consumption. So if that's something you're interested in, following my journey, learning what I'm using, learning cool strategies, then I would encourage you to go to lashondabrown.com/join the club. I will tell you that my email list hosted on Flowdesk is the #1 way that I generate income in my business. And so growing my email list is something I want to do a much better job about in this month. So I'm putting this out there. This banner is now on the back end of my StreamYard account. I'm going to do a better job of letting you guys know. You can simply sign up for my free community by going to lashondabrown.com/join the club. All right, my friends. So let's look at what happened this past month. So it looks like I have randomly deleted the arrows in this. Fun fact. Okay. But overall, my social reach has gone from 45,300 to 46,000. So, I mean, steady growth. I wasn't really trying to grow anything in particular. I was just trying to be consistent. So I'm cool with that. Email list stayed about the same because people join, people unsubscribe. Instagram was actually one of the lowest growth months because I was not running any type of boosted campaign. There is a very popular post on my Instagram account about me being a Canva verified expert. And typically I would run that to help grow my account and generate passive income with my Canva link. I just didn't feel like giving them money this month. So it directly impacted my growth. And for those of you who think that Instagram is not going for a pay to play model, those numbers don't lie. Very little reach, very little growth in comparison without paying for ad spend. So pros and cons. LinkedIn is growing passively with content marketing, and YouTube, I gained about 500 subscribers going from April to May. Did a couple partnerships with NG, did a sponsored live stream with a fun panel. We talked about being an online educator. We will be doing another panel discussion in June, all about being an author and different approaches to getting your work published. I did a sponsored video about NG, just kind of an FAQ video. And I also recently posted a sponsored video for Riverside, which is what I use to film my interviews for my YouTube videos. And you can also edit your videos in Riverside now as well. I did a monthly workshop with Phil Palin, and that was incredible. Part-time YouTube, was it part-time YouTuber, full-time income? Was with Phil Palin. Uscreen popped into our group coaching call for the Bootstrap creators and talked about leveraging YouTube to generate more income in your business. And for the free workshop for YouTube, I taught the 5-hour YouTube strategy workshop. I also popped over to Liberty University to teach 2 sessions on Canva, Canva for churches at the Worship and Tech Conference, and a whole lot more things. So May was real busy. But I am looking forward to a slower pace. My Bootstrap creators know this. I will be taking a big trip at the end of the month. So that'll be fun. I've got my family coming to town to be hosted for a week. So I'm basically cramming everything into like 2.5 weeks this month. But I'm really looking forward to just unplugging, letting it all sink in, and enjoying myself. So my friends, that is your info for all the data girlies that care. I will say that although I love doing those monthly reports, I realized for SEO on YouTube, nobody's searching for the data girlies. So if you notice, I did not name this live stream that. I named it, I'm trashing my whole business model, and here's why. And that is kind of the format that I use on LinkedIn that works really well. And so that's what I decided to do today. So if you are watching on YouTube, you probably saw this thumbnail as well. I tend to do like a brand shoot maybe every couple of months, just so I have some images to use. I do horizontal and vertical. And so this greenhouse is very meaningful to me. It's like a few minutes from my house. My friend has built this entire property that's like, it's like a fairy wonderland. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's built like a whole enchanted cottage. There's a greenhouse, and then there's like a space for outdoor wedding receptions that she just like put in the sunken earth. Like, she's so artsy, and I love that for her. I just pay her to have my photos taken there. So if you're ever wondering where this is, you too can rent it. It's called the Vaughn House. It is in the Forest, Virginia area where life is beautiful and we stay calm here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So that's what that picture is. And so if you see those photos going around, the reason why I try to photograph myself out in nature and not just behind a laptop or a screen is because having that balance in life between, you know, getting my work done, but also living my life and only working 20 hours a week, like it's super, super important for my brand message. And so I think the easiest way to communicate that is to just not be around any technology while also saying I'm a tech educator. So if you're ever wondering why I do that, that is my why. But let's talk about how I am reclaiming my time with this strategy. And I'll be honest with you, this here topic is a bit more vulnerable than some of my other live streams, but I think it's important to communicate with clarity when you overhaul things, why you're doing it, and then also help other people in the process if they want to do the same thing. So I know y'all been seeing on the Instagrams, it's just chaos. I was going to say it in a sweet way, but it's just straight up chaos happening over there right now. And I think it's starting to mess with people, to be honest with you. And I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of tech companies making people feel like they have people by the chokehold, that no matter what they change, no matter what they do, you need me because this is part of your strategy, yada, yada, yada. Instagram has rolled out, you know, pay to play models for the Meta verified tiers, some going as high as $499 a month. They're talking about, oh, you can't use CTAs, like comment this. But then they backtrack within hours of posting that. And it really made me think, is content marketing as the primary focus of my business the best way to navigate running an online business in 2024? What I mean by that is that if you are a content creator, typically what happens is the content is everything. Posting consistently is everything. And so you spend so much of your life just creating, right? You're just like, I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting in my stories, I'm posting on my feed, I'm posting on YouTube, I'm posting on X, I'm posting on Threads, I'm posting on TikTok. And at a certain point, I have noticed so many content creators not only burning out, because burnout is one thing, burnout is at this point, it's almost like a medical condition. And we know how to help your body recover from that, how to bounce back. It's more than just burnout that I'm seeing. What I am seeing is people lose their creativity and feel absolutely dejected as they're trying to operate their business. Like you can see it on their face. Like they're so downtrodden and so discouraged that it's like, okay, something's got to give, man. Something has got to give. This is not okay. The way that we are operating is not okay. I'm not even talking about going viral. I'm just talking about posting once a week on YouTube. Okay. I'm just talking about posting daily on Instagram. It used to be that we could do that. We enjoyed it. We were playing with fonts. We were dancing. We were pointing. And yeah, it was hokey, but like, the process of creating that content was like almost fun. The trends were like a little challenge, like, oh, can I learn this little dance? Or, oh, can I implement this in my business? And then all of a sudden, it just became this soul sucking experience for like everyone across the board. I don't care if you had 100K or 100 followers, everyone seemed to be exhausted. And I'm like, hold on, press pause. Reflect. My husband and I started our business in 2011. I think at the time we did start a business Facebook page, but that's what we had. And that business Facebook page wasn't even about selling. It was like, oh, here's some behind the scenes photos of a video shoot we're doing right now. I'm like, how do we get from real photos about real people doing real things to having AI make our content to leveraging these tools to such an extent that the name of the game is how can I pump out more crap in less time and not how can I actually serve people well? I'm like, what happened? And it'd be one thing if it was making people happy. It'd be one thing if it was actually generating sales. It'd be one thing if it was sustainable, but it's clearly not. You know, you have people like Vanessa Lau who just straight up threw everything away, left social media for a year, came back and said the only audience that actually said, I miss you was YouTube. She said she lost followers on Instagram and no one seemed to care. And that was so telling to me. And you can go check out her YouTube channel for like her whole, come to Jesus moment about that whole thing and what that year-long sabbatical taught her and everything. But I'm like, I kid you not, I probably watched maybe 5 different YouTubers over the weekend talk about, hey, I'm back and, here's where I went and here's how life was going. And I'm like, you know what? Why are we doing social media, content marketing in such a way where we feel the need to have to like put out a PSA when we need a break, to apologize when we return, to owe people an explanation at every juncture? Like, this is not healthy. So I'm like, okay, I built a 6-figure business in a year without social media and continued to run a 6-figure business with our video production company for years. I don't need social media. However, I am a full-time YouTuber. So it's like, I'm sitting here having split personalities. I'm a hippie on one side, I'm a tech girly on the other side. Like, where do we bridge the gap? And after taking some time to think about it, I'm like, okay, the community first, the member first model has to be the way to go. And not so much because it gives me that sense of control, but because it makes it real. Okay, because I do calls where people turn their cameras on, because we're going to start turning their cameras on tonight, ladies. So I'm going to see your faces. Come correct, or at least come decent. All right. Just be decent. But anyway, when I see those emails in my inbox, when I see those comments, and I see Paula's face, or I see Ellen's face, or I see Trisha's face. Like, it's not just people or avatars commenting. These are real people. Like, I see Trisha's name and I immediately think Barbados, love her. Let's work this thing out. When I see Paula, I'm like, okay, ditch the dogma. Got this. What are we doing? How are we being healthy? How are we being mindful? Like, I know these people. And when I'm creating content for real people, it makes it so much more engaging. It makes it so much more meaningful, and it's so much more sustainable. If I'm thinking about what content should I be creating right now, guess what I do? I ask them. On these live streams, I asked you guys, hey, would you like for me to do this? You commented and said, yes, sis, make it happen. What did I do? I made it happen, and it did well on my channel, and it's already generating passive income. I didn't pay you for that. I just communicated value and presented myself in such an approachable way on YouTube that you felt comfortable just answering my question. There was no hook. There was no baiting. There was no, song and dance. I just asked you a question and you answered it. Like, my word, can we get back to being humans again? I love technology for saving time. I love it for making money. But at the same time, if you lose your humanity in the process of leveraging tech, you're doing it wrong. Tech is a tool to be used for your means, not to let tech use you. And that's what I'm seeing right now. Whether the tech is Meta, or the tech is TikTok, or the tech is YouTube, too many people are allowing tech companies to put them in a chokehold and are getting further and further away from helping real people with real problems and providing real solutions. And that is a problem. So here's where I'm at. I was already working on leveling up my membership. I was doing a lot of stuff manually. And I'm like, you know what? I just feel in my heart of hearts, the way this challenge happened, when I tell you it's been like the most lazy launch of my life, I did so little of what the gurus say to do. And I have 36 people who are saying, LaShonda, help me get my channel launched. Girl, that's all I need. We could talk about all the things, but can you just help me publish and be consistent? Like, can you help me just have a plan? I wasn't saying learn all the things about YouTube. I wasn't selling you on, I'm a 6-figure this, I'm a 7-figure that. No, I'm just like, girl, do you just need to get something done? I can help you. I can make it fun. I can provide you with information. I can give you community to help support you. Like, quite simply, that's all this is. Start a channel in a week. And when I tell you the feedback on that clarity and that simplicity was off the charts. And it just showed me, like, who are we actually helping with doing the most? We can actually do a whole lot less than we give ourselves credit for. And I am just not going to let these tech companies tell me how to run my business and how to live my life. And here's the crazy part. I was sliding in the DMs of one of my tech partners over the weekend. And I said, hey, like, here, I think this is a really good opportunity for you to help support the community. What do you think about this? Just literally DMing the founder on Instagram, no less, but DMing the founder. And the two of us, within a matter of 10 minutes, came up with an amazing affiliate strategy for my business. And then I went on with my life. To be building meaningful relationships with this brand where even in the tech community world, I'm not treating them like a number either. I'm not looking at these brands like just something to use and abuse. Like, they're real people too, And so this community first and membership first model is simply all about being kind and being a good human. Like, why is this a strategy in 2024? Beyond me. But y'all know I'm speaking truth. Like, I talk to the brand partners like they're real people. I send them gift boxes when they onboard, and they're like, when I tell you the amount of creators we've worked with that have never said thank you for the opportunity, I'm like, whoa, where did we get off track? Brand partners, or I should say this, I call them brand partners, not sponsors. Okay. I'm not a charity case. You're not sponsoring me. You're my partner. You are joining forces with me to support my community. If you're not a good fit for my community, we can't be partners. If the way you do business is not aligned with my values, we can't be partners on the internet. I don't have to say yes to everybody, because it is so much more important for me to grab a hold of my integrity and be steadfast with my values than to just cave for anybody who slides in my inbox. There are so many people, and I understand I'm not going to say the brand, but there is one brand in particular that if you were to look on the Better Business Bureau, if you were to just Google the name of this brand and scam or disputes or claims or what have you, it would be rampant. And the amount of YouTubers I see taking money from this brand just to sponsor a video, knowing good and well there is ample evidence out there that this company is not ethical. I'm like, wow, times are not that hard for me to sell out my values for a sponsored video. So this is like all the way real. I'm gonna look at the comments in a minute, but I'm telling you right now that there's so much fear dictating your marketing strategies right now that it's crippling you in more ways than one. You cannot be afraid that if you don't post on TikTok, that your business will fail. That if you don't post on Instagram, your business will fail. That if you don't show up on LinkedIn, that your business will fail. What you need to focus on is who are the real people that I'm providing real solutions for. Because when you take good care of people, they just tell people. This should not be an earth-shattering statement. But we have gotten so caught up in just doing the literal most that we have forgotten that real people actually refer people that they know, like, and trust. Get back to the basics. These are not just faces. These are not just email addresses. Stop collecting emails for the sake of having a list. If no one is reading your emails, why are they on your list? Okay. All of these things that you've been told, all of these things that people said are necessary to be successful are not true, because things have changed. These strategies are outdated. These strategies have been done to death, and people are tired. The creators are tired. The audience members are tired. The brands are tired. When I tell you the amount of brands that have messaged me and said, oh, we got burnt by so many creators, we had to do this. Oh, we had so many creators just not turn in their deliverables that we had to do this. And I'm like, because people have lost sight of the humanity all around them. These brands are not just logos, they're real people. And so many people who work for tech companies are being laid off right now. Like, times are tough for so many people all around. And I think the best thing that we can do is get real again and be willing to say, you know what? Instagram doesn't bring me joy, or doing this on Instagram doesn't bring me joy. You know, I love a good carousel post because it actually feels like I'm educating you and not just adding to the franticness of Instagram. In my stories, I love sharing video clips of, different bodies of water that I filmed while I've gone on my walks, because I want you to see how beautiful it is where I live. I'm not trying to make you envious of some city skyline. I'm like, y'all, I'm basic. I go to the farmer's market on Saturday. I Sabbath on Sunday. Like, I keep it real. And I think that in a sea of spin and strategy, just being honest has been my saving grace. It has allowed me to genuinely enjoy showing up. It has allowed me to celebrate other people in my industry, because I know that there's enough for everybody and I want us all to win. Genuinely, I want us all to win. And so I will just say, if you are feeling just heavy, I went into StreamYard and I was so tempted to be like, 0.1, 0.2, that's not what we need right now. And I know it. I know we just need an honest heart to heart. And I don't want to just point out the problem without providing you with a solution. So ultimately, the shift that I'm making is I am pouring into my community first. My community will help dictate what happens on this channel. My community will be suggesting tutorials. My community will be helping me choose topics for the workshops. And when I approach brands, I'm going to say, this is what I'm creating for my community. Do you want to partner with me on this? I'm not going to allow them to dictate what I post. I'm going to tell them what I'm posting and say, do you want to help pay for it? Totally different perspective. So that's how I'm going about it. Okay. For some folks, they're doing something called a blind business, which is essentially doubling down on affiliate marketing and saying, you know what? I don't want my business to need social media at all. I want to pour into my community, and I want my community members to receive compensation for referring people to the community. And that's what they do. I will tell you that I think that this YouTube launch, it really helps equip people to be successful in my membership for my YouTube coaching. And so I will probably do this 2 to 4 times a year. And that's going to be the big push. I will do it and say, hey, new year, new me, let's start that YouTube channel, right? Or in this case, hey, we're halfway through the year. How did that strategy go the first half? Do you need to change that up? Start a YouTube channel. And so I think this perspective of really looking at, those lists of names, and I'll go back to those real quick, looking at these names and saying, okay, these are people that have decided to continue to support me on a monthly basis. How can I be supporting Alan? How can I be empowering Amber? I can tell you right now, Alan is going to be on a live stream. We're going to talk about growing your podcast with YouTube. We're going to do part 2 because part 1 went so well. I'm going to be on Amber's podcast, Scary But Brave. There's just so much going on here. Shelby has been helping me to figure out how I can be a LinkedIn educator or a LinkedIn instructor. And so we've been going back and forth, supporting each other in that way. Like, I can look at these names. I can tell you that Lex is pivoting to a strategy to help support journalists and help them get paid for those who've been laid off recently. I can tell you that Caitlin is in the UK, and I think she just posted her 40th episode of her podcast. Like, these are real people. I know them. Some of them I've even met in person. And so what I want you to understand is that this is something that's going to ground me. As opportunities come, as I begin to share more about what's happening behind the scenes in my business, the way that I'm going to stay relatable, the way that I am going to have the proper perspective that this is not my business, I'm just the one stewarding over it. Yes, I'm going to show up and do my best, but I want to steward this well, is seeing these names, is reminding myself these are real people. This is not about numbers. Sure, the metrics are cool. I showed you my numbers, like, yay, cool. I grew my numbers here. We love that. Oh, I got 46K, in social reach. Okay. But the amount of people with hundreds of thousands of people following them who can't even sell a single t-shirt proves to me that they lost sight of the humanity of it all. Those numbers can't buy your products. People can. So whether it's a brand partner, or I'm co-facilitating a workshop, or I'm posting on YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram, or I'm emailing my list, the goal is community first, people first, profit second. And I just think that that's going to be the difference. That's going to make the difference in my business and in my life. And so, I'm not mad. I should communicate that. I'm not mad. When I tell you the amount of hurting people, like, I'm just such a mama bear personality, and I see it. I see the heaviness. I see people just going like, I'm just so tired. I'm tired in a way that words can't even express. Like, I see it on my friends' faces. I see it with other peers, and I'm like, okay, There is another way. The reason why I talk about YouTube so much is because it is a search engine. It's not a social platform. And so there are tools that will help level the playing field and get your content in front of the right people. And if you understand strategy, if you understand how to build a sales engine, if you have the systems in place, you will not run yourself into the ground posting on that platform. I cannot make that guarantee about anything else. I don't know how to do it on the other platforms. All I know is YouTube. This is my job. This is what's working for me. So tonight's going to be so fun. This is my Mama Shonda, come to Jesus moment, keeping it real. But tonight we're going to celebrate. Tonight we're going to have a good time and say, you know what? I'm reclaiming my time. I am going to focus on who am I helping? How can I help them the most? And then create. And not think about, well, how many views did I get? Or how many subs do I have? Or, am I monetized yet? Like, that's not the point. The point is help real people. If you can focus on that, I guarantee you, eventually it will pay off. I am not someone who just went viral and arrived here. I have been an entrepreneur since I was 21 years old. I've never had a full-time job working for anyone. I don't have business degrees. My degrees are in theater arts, performance, and production. This is years of learning that you're seeing implemented. But the 21 people who are watching me live right now who have not left prove to me that this is what we need to hear. So, like I said before, I want you guys just to like this video if you like it. We switching stuff up here, okay? This is not my usual. Here's a tutorial. Here's a screen recording, because honestly, I have so much more to teach you guys than just where to click and what to type. And that's what I want to do more of on these, Monday live streams. I'm going to get Sam to create some branding that says like Biz Advice Live and really focus on giving you practical advice that's going to help you to grow your business without breaking the bank in a mindful way. Okay. This is not about hacks. This is not about tips and tricks. This is about the reality of what it looks like to run your business from behind a screen. Okay. And so I think if I take that perspective with the Monday live streams, with the people who come on to talk, with the topics that we discuss, it's really going to make a difference and add more balance to the channel. I love to teach. I really do. But sometimes you just need to feel seen, heard, and supported. And that's what I want to do with these live streams. So that's the goal with that. Like I said, the YouTube challenge is going to start tonight. The brand partner of the month is going to be butter. So you guys can try butter out for free. All of you in the challenge, you'll be hopping into the butter room tonight at 7. You can use my link, lashondabrown.com/butter, to try it out for free. And then my dear friend, Kayla Hollitz, we met back in the Twitter chat days. We spoke together at a camp in Canada, and we're super good friends. So I'm excited for her to just pour into you all and show you how to leverage quizzes to power up your list growth. Because I think the combination of YouTube and quizzes is really lethal. And she's an incredible copywriter. And I think she's going to really show you some practical ways that you can use that strategy to make that happen. And Interact has provided us with a discount code that's going to help you to start using that software for less money than what's available on the front end of the site. So again, I wanted to teach this workshop and then I found a partner, not do just what the partners want me to do, because honestly, they appreciate the creativity. They appreciate being pitched concepts that I know are going to resonate with my community. So everybody wins when you put community first. So that's where I'm at. That's the honest truth. And you don't have to pay me a dime to stay connected. Just join the Bootstrap Club. You will get those mindful marketing tech tips. I will deliver those via Flowdesk. And so that's the biggest thing I can say is start pushing your newsletter more, guys. Brand your newsletter. Have a very clear intention for what you're actually going to communicate. Don't just use your newsletters as a way to just sell. Just talk to your audience. Talk to them about what's going on in your life. Talk about what you're learning. Talk about what you're seeing in your industry. And every now and again, remind them that you sell stuff. If you can do that, your email list will be a profitable solution for your business, and it will keep you from feeling, like you're caught in that chokehold of the constant rat race on social media. All right, my friends. So now that I have shared my piece without slides, which is really vulnerable. Y'all know I love a good slide deck. But I felt like this was necessary to just be real. So that's what you got. So let me see what we got going on here in the comments. Alma says, I'm tired of Instagram. It's like a hamster wheel. Yes. And here's the thing. And I have some friends who are Instagram experts. I actually am going to do an Instagram roundtable in July because I understand it's still a valid strategy for marketing your business, but we just can't be letting them tell us how we're going to use it. Because if you let whether it's Adam Missouri's page or the creator's account tell you what's going on, you will just be pulled in so many different directions. You won't know up from down. So I'm excited to hear them talk about some creative ways to still use Instagram. But if you just subscribe to what a lot of gurus tell you to do, it will feel like a hamster wheel, a constant rat race. So I completely agree with you there. I think the push for pay to play can lead to less authentic content. Community is so important, and most of us are tired and exhausted from what seems like more of a machine and less human. Yep, that's what I'm saying. I think with the rise of AI tools, I had this moment where I've never blocked somebody on LinkedIn, and I had to do it. I had to do it a couple days ago, and it was for a reason I never thought would happen. I was posting content. I was super proud of what I was sharing. And the first comment, I was like, wow, someone really commented thoughtfully on this post. And then another comment came in and it was like almost identical to what the previous person said. And then another person, and then another person. And by like the fourth person, I realized, oh my gosh, people are using AI to respond to their LinkedIn comments now. And it's very clear that these folks are using the same tool because it's spitting out almost identical variants of comments. And what I thought was super special about LinkedIn, like, wow, real people, real conversations. I'm like, nope, these time-saving tools have now robbed the comments of their authenticity. And so I blocked them. I blocked the one guy that was like a repeat offender. And I may have to block more people because ultimately it's not just about numbers to me. Like I want real people. Like AI can be really useful for helping us to save time on mundane tasks. Automation is so helpful. But when you start letting machines talk for you, I have a problem with that. Especially when it comes to comments. I understand the mini chat triggers, comment this because it simplifies the process of getting people information because Instagram won't give us links to click. But when it comes to commenting for you on things like a LinkedIn post, I think that's a step too far. So that's my 2 cents about that. I had to step away from everything. I pretty much disappeared. My mojo disappeared. I felt like I couldn't keep up. This is just what I needed. Mary, thank you for that. You are such a bright light in the creators. I love watching your content. But I totally get it. I totally get it. And I will tell you that it's almost like I feel like such a contradiction because I'm like, I do social media for a job and I'm telling you guys, run away. But it's all about balance, right? This is the most effective way for me to teach a global audience. I don't want to live my life on a plane. So I either have 2 options. Either I can fly all over the world to teach workshops in person or do them virtually on a platform like YouTube and host them, in a stream or a webinar or what have you. Because I really value the life that I'm building here, in my Blue Ridge Mountains, where I'm singing soprano in the volunteer orchestra, Lynchburg Pops, or, I'm creating reels at the farmer's market to help more vendors get seen on social media. Like, I would rather do that than be jet setting all over the world. I don't find that to be appealing. Now, every now and again, I would like to go somewhere, but I don't want to live out of a suitcase. And so, because I feel so strongly about that, I do have to post, but the way in which I post and the content that I post, that I have control over. Even the frequency I have control over. If you go to my Instagram account, I don't even think I have 30 posts on there. But I do have, over 14,000 followers. And so it's like, do what makes sense for the season that you're in and be willing to change as seasons change, right? I am not motivated when it's dark outside. When it is dark by 6 o'clock, your girl is somewhere under a blanket, maybe even a heated one, watching TV. Like, I just cannot wrap my head around productivity when there's no sun outside. But springtime, summertime, this is like peak creativity time for me. So I'm like, okay, let me stop trying to be consistent all year round. Let me use the winter time to prepare for what I know is going to be peak creativity. Let me go hard, in spring and summer into early fall, and then let me chill the heck out come holiday time. That's what works for me. And so I think just having that cadence that's like, I'm not fighting who I am anymore. I'm building the business that works for the life I want to live. That is what's going to help sustain you. So you won't need to detox. You won't need to do sabbaticals, every time you turn around, because you already have a system that helps you. That's why I'm so strict about my 20-hour work week. That is why I take Fridays off every week, because without that, I lose sight of what I'm actually doing. And so I would encourage you, touch some grass, get outside, find a body of water somewhere, look at a duck, look at a bird. The amount of birds I've learned to identify by sound, stunning. And that's cool. For some people, that's weird. They don't get it. But I can tell you right now, if I'm moving slow enough that I can watch a bird fly, I know I'm doing well. But if I don't even remember the last time I saw a bird fly, that's when I know. I'm like, girl, you doing too much. You need to reel that in. You need to walk more. You need to slow down. You need to be more present, because you've gone to a point where you're just checking boxes and you've lost sight of the goal. So I can only speak for myself, but that's where I'm at. Okay, integrity is everything. The power of no equals successful business. I liked it, of course. Thank you so much for that. Yes, I'm here for all of this. Appreciate you for sharing. I agree. That is so true. Real people first, seen, heard, and supported. I love the community that you've built here. Thank you so much, Moon. I love that. Definitely want to create a newsletter. I do worry about content. You know what? I think that could be a good video. Let's use that as our engagement word for this live stream. So if you're one of the 23 people that are watching live right now, if I can get, I'm going to say 10 of you to comment this word, then I will make this video. If you would like for me to make a video about how to create a successful newsletter, just put newsletter in the comments, just the word newsletter, and then hit post. If I see enough of you that say that, then I will create that video. Because I think things have changed. I also studied about 20 plus newsletters, some who have sponsors, some who do not. And I've learned a lot about newsletters because they really have gotten a second win. And so that really could be a good topic. So if you are like YHD Biz Events and Custom Executive Gifts, and you want some help with building a successful newsletter, just type in newsletter in the comments. If I get 10 of them, I will record it. That's part of why my makeup looks so good today, because I'm like, I'm just going to sit here, drink some water, film some content. So just let me know. As of right now, let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far. Oh, Vanessa, I believe you are doing the challenge. So I will hopefully see you tonight if you're available. So it looks like you guys are interested in that topic. So we'll make that happen. What I will do is, y'all know I'm a Flowdesk girly, so I'm going to show you how I do mine in Flowdesk, but I will make sure that the concepts I talk about can be applied to any email marketing software if you're using like ConvertKit, MailChimp, what have you. Ew, that's gross. AI comments. Yes, you know what? I just, I just feel like that's like the worst use of AI. Like, why would you want the machine talking for you? Ugh. I mean, I get it that like, oh, you're too busy, but it's like, then just don't post. I don't know. I'm not going to do it, but you're welcome to. I just know how it made me feel as a creator to like pour my heart into content and just see somebody just basically plagiarizing a comment. It's like, have we gotten to that point where we're plagiarizing our comments on content? But anyway, neither here nor there. We will keep trugging along, my friends. So all that to say, I feel good. I'm going to show you really quick because I'm going to get rid of this page pretty soon. One thing that I heard someone communicate was that you always want to have a wait list. And I think a lot of us find ourselves in positions where we're constantly in that rat race of having to launch stuff all the time. And part of the reason why is because we don't have that newsletter and because we don't have a wait list. So when I decided to do the YouTube challenge, I did have a wait list. And I will share my screen with you real quick, and then we'll land the plane. So if you were to go to my website right now, you would see this photo, and you would see a couple different places which would help you get to the Flowdesk checkout page. You can click on the banner at the top that says June YouTube Challenge starts June 3rd, or you can tap on the button under Join the Bootstrap Club. So I'm going to change that. It's called an announcement bar in Squarespace. I'm going to change the announcement bar, and I'm going to remove the Join the YouTube Challenge button later tonight. So if you were to go to my website tomorrow, you won't see those areas because I really do want to keep pushing people to the newsletter. But if I were to click on the top here and go to the checkout page. So this was my first time using a checkout page for a paid offer. And when I tell you, like, I was shocked. Flowdesk's claim is that their templates are optimized for conversions, and they're not lying. I did not change the layout. I did turn off some of the sections because I felt like it was a little too long. I don't really like long, unnecessary sales pages. But how they had this laid out, it literally was plug and play for me. Added my branding. I could still drag over my brand kit, add my photos, add my content. So above the fold, I communicated, this challenge is specifically designed for entrepreneurs who are looking to start a channel, get monetized, drive traffic to their offers, and generate passive income. Shout out to Stacy because she emailed me initially when I published this page. I said, this challenge is specifically designed for service providers because that's typically who I help in my membership. And she messaged me and said, hey, I'm shifting to a product-based model. Is this challenge still for me? I have a good enough relationship with my community that they will just ask me questions. She essentially said, I went to the landing page, I was interested, but your copy made me feel like it wasn't for me, but I wanted to double check with you. That's incredible. To have a community where like y'all will tell me if my links are broken, if I have a typo, like ask clarity about things. That's the power of community. You don't have to feel like you got to be perfect right out of the gate every time when you have an open door of communication with your audience. So I went back and changed that wording to entrepreneurs instead of service providers because ultimately people can hop in for this challenge without joining my membership. I wanted a way for them to come in, do the challenge, get a taste of what it looks like to be a member, and then decide if they wanted that recurring payment. So that was the goal with that. Then I wanted to outline like what we'd be going over, show that we're going to do fun stuff on the front end and the back end, and then the heavy hitter sessions in the middle. We're talking about strategy, systems, and sales. So in session 1, we're going to learn how to craft a YouTube strategy that fits your budget and schedule. We'll cover questions like, what should I be posting? How often should I post? And what kind of content will help drive leads to my business? In session 2, we're going to talk about how to craft a video workflow to help you create content consistently. We'll answer questions about equipment, script writing, editing, and what to do after your video is uploaded. In session 3, you will learn how to drive sales to your business with your YouTube content. We'll talk about when you should be posting, how you should be marketing your content, and what to do to optimize your content for conversions. Okay. So the big thing with this was I'm like, look, we are really going in, essentially doing a live course because courses are dying. You know, people are not finished. I think the finish rate right now on average is 5%. And because I actually care about you doing this stuff, I know this is a better format. Being in a community, working alongside me, having support, community is what's going to get these channels launched, right? And so because I feel so strongly about that, you know, I communicated here, by joining this challenge, you're essentially joining my YouTube membership, the Bootstrap Creators, for the month of June without signing up for recurring payments. I want to give you a sample of what it's like to be coached by me. And if you'd like ongoing support, you're more than welcome to become a member. Then I spotlighted 3 of my members' testimonials that they've said about being a member. And then I outlined what's included. You get the daily live trainings with replays and a workbook to help guide you through the process. No questions, no Googling necessary, questions answered in real time. Discounts on tech tools to help you with YouTube. Access to our June workshop, and that's with Kayla that I talked to you guys about, and email support during the challenge. And you get access to the June Bootstrap Creator Coaching Call. After all of that, I told people how much it cost. $50. Like, it's just $50, guys. So that made it super simple. And then I added a little bit more information about me at the bottom, headshot, bio. So if people were brand new to my world, then they could learn. All you have to do is click on the join challenge button. There's another testimonial from Shelby. This little icon here, that B, is actually going to be the favicon for the app when it launches. So I already had that. So I just pulled that in there, and you can literally just do name, email address, card number, pay with Stripe. You automatically get added to the segment in Flowdesk, and everything is automated. When I tell you, like, that's my kind of use of technology. Don't comment for me, but help me build my business. So that has just been so nice to see, like, the systems coming into play. People are understanding what's going on. They're excited to participate. They're excited to meet other people trying to do what they're doing. Like, that to me feels like a great time. I'm so excited to teach this curriculum because I'm not just going to be staring at a screen and then having to launch a whole course. I'm going to have real people who are going to ask me their real questions, and that makes my heart happy. So I hope this encourages you to try something new, to maybe rethink how you're using social media. If you need to be on the platforms that you're on, maybe even give YouTube a try. Like I said, I'm going to take down that sales page at 7:00 because y'all coming in after the kickoff call will just be chaotic. So yeah, if you want to hop in, you can slide on in real quick. But I won't offer it again until January to kind of give myself a chance to take a step back, refine it a little bit, and do it all over again. So that was today's live stream. I missed y'all last week, but honestly, even just taking the holiday to not have to show up live was wonderful. And I'm like, y'all gonna come back? Honestly, maybe y'all needed a week off because, like, I still have 21 people watching right now. Nuts. So yeah, don't be afraid to take holidays off. Don't be afraid to take a sabbatical if you need it. Don't be afraid to just not post because you don't feel like it. Because ultimately, your people will find you if you keep showing up consistently in the right ways. So yeah, that's the goal. Let's see. Mary said, I won't be live as in my world. It will be 1 a.m. It's not a problem, Mary. And honestly, if you want to do, I will send you a link. What I want to do is for people who upgrade to becoming a Bootstrap creator at the end of the challenge, I was going to give them access to like a free 15-minute call to just do like a quick check-in of like, hey, do you like my thumbnails? Hey, what do you think about this? So I will just make sure that you have time to chat with me when it's a reasonable time, your time, since you are across the world from me. So yeah, you'll get the replays to everything, but I will make time for you to be able to ask me questions in real time. So no worries. I will email you that as well. Okay. It looks like you guys want that newsletter video, so I will make that. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, Martha, that's so sweet. Hold on. Let me see. Martha said, please add me to the challenge tonight. I just signed up as a YouTube creator member. So refreshing. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Well, I'm excited for you to join the group. It's going to be nuts. I've got my lo-fi music. I am giving away a $25 Starbucks gift card tonight. I'm going to show you guys a really cool tool to help your videos get more engagement for free. All the things. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But I hope that leading by example helps inspire you to do things differently. You don't have to do things the way everybody else is doing it. And I hope that this live stream inspired you to double down on what you want to do to run your business your way. All right, so last time, if you like this video, make sure you like it. And as we like to say on our channel, until next time, ta-ta for now.